Tell me what's worse than learning all that you led to believe was all horse crap. They distort.
Welcome to 3 Count Commentaries. This is your host, MagMongoSlade. So we're going to talk about Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, and Nikki Cross. And this is bad. For starters, you got Rhea Ripley out here. She looks like Foghorn Leghorn. I don't know why her hair is up like that. She's wearing a lot of makeup too. A lot. But before we even get to Rhea Ripley, The Miz is back. The Miz was, for the first time, The Miz has been injured. And I thought like that was an interesting thing, is that, this is the first time The Miz has actually been injured. I think he had a busted up rib or something. And Johnny Drip Drip, super fucking annoying. He's got garlic around his neck because he wants to be ready for vampires, zombies, aliens, or anything that is going to attack him. And he's got the drip stick, which is a water gun. And I'm assuming there's holy water in the water gun. When you start Raw like this, I'm not enthused for the rest of the show. I am a huge booster of The Miz, but I absolutely, positively hate the way that they present The Miz. I hate this. He is on TV yammering about nothing. He has nothing to sell. Why is he there? Why Charlotte can't talk and you can cut out 15 fucking minutes out of this promo just by letting Charlotte say what she had to say? We didn't need The Miz. We didn't need Johnny Drip Drip. We didn't need the stupid jokes. We didn't need none of that stuff. You could definitely, oh my God, bro. Look, The Miz can add a lot to characters. He could add a lot to segments. He could do some really good stuff. They do not do him any favors. Yes, they write him to be annoying and he's a showman and all that stuff. That's fine. But no, this is not good. This sucks. And you start the show with this, and this was long. This whole first segment was like 20 minutes. And Charlotte had to come out there, and then she had to mention the garlic. So then that Johnny Drip Drip can go over the aliens and the zombies and everything all over again because he's wearing fucking garlic. And then, Rhea Ripley came out there, and then Nikki Cross came out there. So things really only picked up when Nikki Cross came out because she's fucking delusional, right? She's talking about she beat Rhea Ripley when it's more appropriate to say she survived Rhea Ripley. And she's saying, oh yeah, I can beat you too. And, then of course she's like, oh, I can beat you. And Charlotte, I can beat you in 1 minute. And then they didn't do the 1 minute challenge. They did the 2 minute challenge. And then as usual, Rhea Ripley sitting outside the ring. And then you just had this babyface Nikki Cross run away. She just ran outside the ring and just stood outside the ring for like 1 minute and 30 seconds. Charlotte cannot even touch Nikki Cross. She couldn't even get her hands on her. Then they had, a rushed match for the last 30 seconds or so. And of course she survived the 2 minutes. I'm like, I'm not sure this is a push. It's not a push for Nikki Cross. It's not. It's to embarrass. Like, she's being used to embarrass other people. So this is not a push. This is a distraction, right? But that doesn't mean that it's bad though, because obviously these 2 minute matches, 2 minute storylines or whatever, they can build to other things. How can she fare when there is no time limit? That's different. Or if the time limit is extended, like Rhea Ripley talked about, if it was 4 minutes instead of 2, you wouldn't be standing here. I don't see how it would make much difference. You could have beat her in 2 minutes. But I don't like any of this anyway. You know, like it felt to me like what took 20 minutes for them to do, they could have did in 3 or 4. Charlotte starts off the show, she could already been in the ring. And then, Ripley comes out, they banter. Nikki Cross comes out, they banter. 4 minutes tops, they do the 2-minute match, and then that's it. That would have been fine. But they stretched it with the Miz and all that shit. So, now what? Nikki Cross is saying that she wants to fight for the women's title when she hadn't beaten anybody. Only thing she's done is survive and be in the way. So I'm guessing this is going to lead to her doing something, maybe proving herself. It would be nice if they actually did jobber matches or something on TV so Nikki Cross could get some wins. And then we could be like, okay, she's been on a winning streak or whatever, and survival streak or whatever the fuck. Or if this was, baked into her character where she's now gaining confidence, which is what it seems like it's doing, is that she's becoming more confident in being able to last 2 minutes. But it's like they hit the hard reset button with Nikki Cross. At this point last year, Nikki Cross was wrestling 50-50 with Bayley. Now she's celebrating and jumping around because she lasted 2 minutes with Rhea Ripley. That's that complete desiccation from just year over year. It's ridiculous. I'm supposed to just pretend 2020 didn't happen when Nikki Cross was beating people clean in the middle of the ring. I'm supposed to just pretend that didn't happen. That didn't occur. I'm supposed to treat her like some new booty from NXT. That doesn't make any sense. Like that's dumb. It's dumb. If you were going to do something like this, you really should have did it with somebody who's new, who is inexperienced, who hasn't been around. You do the whole I can beat you in 2 minutes thing, and then that person survives the 2 minutes. And they should survive the 2 minutes by standing in the ring and fighting and not running away. That was another thing that bothered me. I'm like, it's smart and it's the simple psychology, but it's really that's what you want to be known for, is you survive the 2 minutes just by running away. Like it's not helpful. You're not getting anybody over here. Who's getting over in this whole situation? That's my question. Who's getting over? Who's becoming more popular out of this situation we got here? Nikki? She looks like a goof. She survives 2 minutes and all of a sudden she's a big deal. No, that's not helping her because she needs that 2-minute time limit in order to be a threat. Is Rhea Ripley looking cool in this whole ordeal? No, because she didn't beat the troll in 2 minutes. Did Charlotte look cool in this whole ordeal? No. 1, she's complaining. 2, she also didn't beat the troll in 2 minutes. So when you sit back and you ask the question, what was the goal of this statement, of this whole system? 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes of the show. What was the goal? To get who over? The Miz was out there. He didn't get over. He didn't do anything but talk. He didn't have anything to sell. So what was he talking about? Did John Morrison get over? No, he didn't have anything to talk about except aliens and shit. He looked like a fucking fool. He had nothing to say. Why was he out there? Did Charlotte get over? I just said no. Did Rhea Ripley get over? No. Did Nikki Cross get over? No. 20 minutes of Raw. Who got over? Nobody. That's why Raw sucks. Okay? It sucks. There was no character work, not for real. And we really don't. Like, what is the character of Rhea Ripley? Why do we supposed to like her or not like her? She's been on TV for 2 months now. Why do we supposed to like her or not like her? Well, we got why we're not supposed to like Charlotte. That's been clearly defined for several years. Not a problem there. Same thing with The Miz, same thing with John Morrison. They're clearly defined. They're annoying as shit. They're big mouths. They're idiots. Nikki Cross was supposed to be behind her as a sympathetic character, but when she's mocking people and running away, she's not really sympathetic. If she was standing and fighting and getting beat down, then yeah, she would be sympathetic. But she's running around the ring. That's heel behavior, if we're being honest. It's cowardly. So like, the only character is Charlotte. The Miz and John Morrison are characters, but they're more stupid than anything. And we didn't get anything out of it, and nobody got over the story of Raw. So like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for your time. Donate if you can, please. And I'll talk to you guys later.